Do not go there. It's a trap. The place everyone warned you about suddenly calls your name. My beloved child, the night around you breathes like a living secret. And somewhere in the distance, that forbidden place, the one everyone warned you about, whispers your name with a voice that feels ancient, familiar, and dangerously inviting. You stand at the edge of a road no one else dares to walk. A path carved through memory, fear, and fate. Where every shadow carries a story, and every echo feels like a sign meant only for you. They told you never to go there. They said it was a trap. They insisted the ground beyond that line was cursed with unanswered questions and consequences no heart could carry. Yet tonight, something shifts and the air itself seems to call you forward. You feel as if destiny has been waiting silently for this very moment. As if the universe has held its breath for years, preparing to reveal a truth that will change everything you thought you knew about your past, your choices, and the mysterious force that has followed your steps since the beginning. And as the wind curls around your shoulders like a message you cannot ignore, your heart beats louder, not out of fear, but out of a deep, strange recognition that what waits ahead is not just danger. It is revelation. Another step forward brings the world into a slow, suspended hush. And the road beneath your feet feels like it remembers you. Like it has been walked by your soul before in a time you cannot fully recall but can deeply feel in your bones. The place ahead rises from the darkness, like a forgotten memory etched into reality. A place woven from silence, abandoned stories and secrets kept hidden from you for reasons no one ever dared to explain. Every warning you ever heard echoes inside your mind. Voices trembling, eyes widening, hands tightening on your shoulders, telling you to turn away, to forget, to pretend this place does not exist. But the more they told you to stay away, the more this place imprinted itself upon your destiny. Like a door you were never supposed to open, yet somehow were born to face. The night sky above stretches endlessly, the stars drifting like guardians who know that once you cross that invisible boundary, there will be no return to the life you knew. Because what is waiting there is not just a story, not just a rumor, but a truth that has been silently circling your life, watching, waiting, and now finally stepping into the light. You feel the pull stronger now, not like a warning, but like a promise. A magnetic thread pulling your spirit towards something powerful, something unfinished, something that has waited for you longer than anyone dared to admit. The walls of that forbidden place seem to breathe with memory. Every crack shimmering with unspoken moments. Every silent corner loaded with emotions that feel strangely personal, as if they belong to you. The ground holds footsteps that match your stride. The air tastes like a chapter of your life you were never allowed to read. And with every heartbeat, you sense a presence that knows your name better than you do. You remember the trembling voices that told you it was dangerous. But their fear was never about the place itself. It was about what you might discover if you truly stepped inside. Because this is not just a trap laid to capture your feet. It is a calling designed to awaken your truth, a crossroad between who you have been and who you are destined to become. And as the silence deepens, you realize something extraordinary. This place has not been calling you to destroy you. It has been calling you because you carry the missing piece it has been waiting for all along. You close your eyes for a moment and every memory you tried to bury begins to rise. Distant voices, soft cries, unfinished promises, and shadows of people who once stood beside you, now fading like silhouettes at the edge of a dream. You sense that this place holds their footprints, too. People who came before you. People who heard the same whisper. People who stood at the same threshold but turned away before the truth could reveal itself. Their fear lingers in the air, but beneath it lies something deeper. A powerful energy that feels like courage, like destiny, like a story that was never meant to end in silence. And suddenly the warnings begin to make sense, not as threats, but as protection from a revelation too powerful for unready hearts. Yet you are not the same as those before you. Your soul feels ready, your spirit steady, your heart prepared to learn what others were too afraid to face. Because even though the world called it a trap, you feel that what lies ahead is, not darkness, but the beginning of a truth that was always meant for you. And as you take another breath, slow, deep, and echoing, the place finally speaks your name again. Clearer this time, stronger, resonating through every corner of your being. Like destiny itself, answering your silent questions. The air around you trembles, and you sense the veil between what you know and what is hidden, beginning to thin, ready to reveal the first shocking truth that will unravel everything you thought was ordinary about your life. Your heart pounds with anticipation, not because you fear the unknown, but because you can feel something extraordinary rising just beyond the threshold. Something life-changing. Something once in a lifetime. Something you were always meant to uncover here in the place everyone warned you about. The place that now calls you closer. As the story truly begins, the silence ahead unfolds like a doorway made of memory and mystery. And as you move closer, the world behind you fades, as if time itself gently steps aside to let destiny speak. The path before you carries a strange glow, not bright, not dark, but alive, like a breath held by the universe, waiting for you to take the next step. The ground feels warm beneath your feet, as though countless untold stories are resting beneath its surface, watching, listening, remembering your presence. Every whispered warning from the past now echoes faintly in your mind. Yet instead of stopping you, it strengthens your resolve. Because something inside you knows that what waits here is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to awaken something powerful within your soul. And as the air softens around you, you realize that this is not simply a place people feared. It is a threshold between who you once were and who you are destined to become. With each breath, the atmosphere deepens, carrying layers of emotions you cannot fully name. Longing, wonder, sorrow, courage, blending together like a story written across lifetimes. The walls of the place ahead stand, still, yet they feel aware, as if they recognize you, as if they have been waiting for your arrival longer than any clock could measure. You sense the presence of untold truths gently circling around you. Not loud, not forceful, but patient, like a guardian guiding you toward a revelation that has always belonged to you. You imagine the people who once stood here before, hearts trembling, spirits uncertain, turning back because they could not face the magnitude of what this place held for them. But you are different. Not because you are fearless, but because you can feel the quiet strength rising inside you. A strength shaped by every challenge, every tear, every silent moment where you chose to keep moving forward even when the path was unknown. And now that strength becomes your guiding light. The air inside the boundary feels charged with meaning. And every echo seems to whisper fragments of your past. Threads of experiences that suddenly connect in a way they never did before. You feel as though unseen chapters of your life are beginning to open, moments you forgot, emotions you buried, questions you carried silently in your heart for years. This place does not threaten you. Instead, it mirrors the parts of you that were never given space to speak. It reveals how the warnings you once heard were born not only from fear, but from the deep understanding that truth, real truth, can be powerful enough to transform everything. And as you stand there sensing the weight of revelation gently approaching, you realize that this is not a trap, built to confine you. It is a crossroads built to free you from illusions you never knew you were living under. You take another step and suddenly the air hums with a quiet vibration like the soft beginning of a long, awaited confession. The place speaks again, not in words but in feelings. And you sense that what is about to be revealed will not come in thunder or chaos but in calm clarity. The kind that quietly shifts the entire course of a life. You feel your heart opening to receive it, not with fear, but with deep acceptance because something within you already knows that this truth has always been a part of your journey. The world beyond this moment seems distant, almost unreal. And all that exists now is this profound connection between you and the place that called your name when everyone else told you to turn away. And in that stillness, you understand you were not warned to stay away from danger. You were warned because few are strong enough to face the kind of truth that can change everything. And as the night around you deepens into an atmosphere of timeless anticipation, you sense the first layer of that truth beginning to rise. Gentle, powerful, undeniable. The place no longer feels distant. It feels intertwined with your story, your spirit, your hidden questions, and the unsolved mysteries that have followed you quietly through every chapter of your life. Something is about to be unveiled. Not to break you, not to overwhelm you, but to illuminate the path ahead in a way you have never seen before. Your heart beats steady and strong, as though preparing itself for a moment that will resonate far beyond this night. And you know with absolute certainty that what you are about to discover here will not only reveal why this place has called you. It will redefine everything you thought you understood about your destiny. The moment stretches before you like a thread pulled tight between past and future. And as you step deeper into the heart of this mysterious place, you feel an invisible current guiding you forward. As though every unseen force in the universe has aligned to bring you here. The air carries a subtle tremor, a soft vibration that runs through your chest, awakening memories you never consciously lived, yet somehow deeply remember. The ground beneath you seems to breathe with every step, echoing your heartbeat, matching your rhythm, as if the place itself is alive and aware of your presence. You sense that you are no longer just standing in a physical location. You are standing inside a moment that has existed across lifetimes, waiting for you to finally arrive. The warnings from others begin to dissolve inside your mind, fading not because they were wrong, but because they were never meant for the version of you who stands here now, stronger, wiser, and ready to face the truth they could never bear to witness. The air grows warmer, and the silence transforms into something deeper. Not emptiness, but presence. Like 1,000 unseen voices quietly watching, not to frighten you, but to honor your courage. You can feel emotions swirling around you. Emotions that do not stem from fear or danger, but from the overwhelming realization that everything you have experienced in your life may have been guiding you toward this moment. Every heartbreak, every unanswered question, every strange coincidence that once felt random now forms a pattern, weaving together into a powerful unseen design. It becomes clear that this place was never merely forbidden. It was protected, hidden away from unprepared hearts, shielded from those who would not understand its purpose, and now, as you stand within its quiet embrace, you feel something extraordinary, as though the place recognizes your soul, as though it has been waiting not just for anyone, but specifically for you. Your breath slows and your senses sharpen, allowing you to feel every subtle detail around you. The faint rustle of unseen movements, the soft echo of distant emotions lingering in the air. The quiet hum of something profound unfolding just beyond perception. It is as though the walls here carry memories carrying echoes of those who once stood where you stand now, who heard the same calling, who reached the same threshold of truth but never crossed it. Their presence lingers gently, not haunting, not sorrowful, but filled with unfinished energy, like chapters left unwritten. Clear's throat, you realize that you are not only walking into a mystery, you are stepping into a legacy, a story that has been paused for years, waiting for the one heart strong enough to continue it. And in that realization, you feel a powerful shift within yourself, a sense of belonging where others felt fear. A sense of purpose where others saw danger. The deeper you move, the stronger the connection becomes, and your inner world begins to awaken in ways you never imagined. Forgotten feelings resurface. Not painful ones, but deeply emotional currents that reveal truths about who you are, who you were, and who you are destined to become. You sense that this place is not here to test you, nor to trap you, but to reveal a part of your story that was hidden from you until now. The truth feels close, not loud or overwhelming, but calm and inevitable, like a dawn slowly rising across the horizon of your life. You understand now that the real fear others felt was never about the place itself. It was about the transformation that comes when truth finally shows itself. And while they fled from that transformation, you stand ready to embrace it. As the atmosphere deepens and the silence becomes almost sacred, you feel the first true wave of revelation approaching, not from outside, but from within your own spirit. The place no longer feels like a warning. It feels like a mirror reflecting the parts of your destiny that were always waiting in the shadows, patiently biding their time until you were ready to see them. Your heart beats steady, your mind opens, and your soul prepares to receive what is coming. Something monumental is about to unfold. Not as a sudden shock, but as a powerful awakening that will reshape everything you understand about your journey. And in that profound stillness, you realize that this was never a trap calling your name. It was destiny itself, summoning you to finally uncover the truth that belongs only to you. A quiet surge of realization rises inside you. As the atmosphere around this forbidden place deepens into something vast and immeasurable, and suddenly you sense that every step you have taken so far has been guiding you toward a moment that refuses to be delayed any longer. The air trembles softly as if the world itself understands that what is about to unfold will rewrite the meaning of everything you once believed about your past, your identity, and the hidden path shaping your fate from behind the curtain of the unseen. The walls around you no longer feel distant. They feel alive with memory, pulsing gently with emotions that seem to echo your heartbeat, resonating through your soul like a silent confession, waiting to be spoken. You realize that you have crossed far beyond fear. Now you stand inside a space where truth no longer hides, where destiny breathes openly, where the past and future merge into a single undeniable moment of awakening. And as your breath steadies, you feel an unshakable certainty forming within you. The reason this place called your name is not because you were meant to avoid it, but because you were always meant to return to it. The air grows warmer, wrapping around you like a forgotten embrace. And a profound sense of familiarity washes over your spirit. As though you are not discovering this place for the first time, but remembering it after a lifetime of silence. You sense connections forming, invisible threads linking your choices, your struggles, your moments of pain, your moments of strength, all converging here in this hidden corner of existence where time feels suspended and every heartbeat carries meaning. It becomes clear that nothing in your life was accidental. Every detour, every delay, every unanswered question was quietly shaping you into the person capable of standing here without collapsing under the weight of truth. The legends people whispered about this place were not lies. But they were incomplete shadows of a story few were brave enough to finish. And now, as the unseen presence around you grows more vivid, you understand that this place was never designed to trap you. It was designed to reveal who you truly are beneath every fear, every expectation, every mask the world taught you to wear. A soft, luminous stillness spreads through the air. And in that stillness, you feel something within you unlock, not in chaos, but in calm clarity, like a door opening to a memory long sealed away for your protection. Images stir at the edge of your mind. Not sharp, not fully formed, but glowing with meaning. Fragments of moments you cannot place, yet feel are deeply yours. You sense the presence of those who once stood here before, not as strangers, but as echoes of a story that has been unfolding across time, carrying forward through courage, through silence, through hearts that were not yet ready to understand. Their warnings were not meant to keep you away. They were meant to guard a truth too powerful to reveal to a spirit unprepared to carry it. But you are not fragile anymore. Your heart has endured storms. Your soul has crossed distances unseen. And now this place recognizes your strength not as a shield but as a key. And in that realization, you feel the weight of destiny gently aligning itself around you as if every unseen force is finally stepping aside to let the truth come forward. The moment deepens and the silence transforms into something almost sacred, as though the universe itself pauses to witness what is about to unfold within you. Your spirit feels open, steady, unafraid, ready to meet whatever revelation rises from the heart of this place that dared to call your name. You sense that the truth you are approaching is not here to wound you or overwhelm you. It is here to liberate you from every misunderstanding that has limited your path. Every doubt that has dimmed your confidence, every hidden thread of uncertainty that once pulled quietly at your heart, this place was never the danger. The danger was living your life without knowing what it carried for you. And now standing at the threshold of the greatest revelation your journey has ever faced, you feel something extraordinary. A calm, powerful knowing that whatever waits ahead does not exist to separate you from your world, but to empower you to step back into it with a strength and clarity no warning could have ever given you. And as the night settles around you in a silent, breathtaking stillness, you feel the final veil begin to lift, gentle, inevitable, unstoppable, revealing the truth that has followed your steps from the very beginning. The ground beneath you hums softly with recognition. The air glows with quiet anticipation, and your heart beats with a courage you did not know you possessed. You are no longer the traveler who arrived here uncertain and hesitant. You are the one who chose to listen when destiny called your name. The one who dared to walk where others turned away. The one who is now ready to receive the revelation this place has guarded for so long. Something monumental is about to reveal itself. Not as a shock that shatters your world, but as a revelation that completes it. And in this breath, in this moment, you know that what you are about to discover will forever change the way your story moves forward from here. The world around you feels suspended in a breathtaking stillness as the final layer of truth begins to rise from the very heart of this place. And you realize that everything you have felt, every echo, every whisper, every unseen presence has been guiding you toward this single life-defining moment. The air glows with a quiet intensity, not bright, not blinding, but powerful enough to make your soul tremble with recognition, as though something ancient within you has finally awakened. You sense the truth not as a sudden strike, but as a slow, overwhelming wave of understanding that wraps around your spirit with calm certainty. This place, once feared, once avoided, once spoken about only in hushed warnings, reveals itself not as a trap, but as the origin of a story that began long before anyone tried to keep you away from it. And in that realization, your heart understands something extraordinary. This place did not call your name to capture you. It called your name to return to you what was taken, what was hidden, what was always meant to belong to your destiny alone. A deep warmth fills your chest and memories you never knew you carried begin to surface. Not as images of the past, but as truths about who you are, and why you were always connected to this place, even when you didn't understand it. You realize that the echoes you heard were not from strangers. They were reflections of your own spirit across time. Fragments of your strength, your resilience, your purpose preserved here until the day you were ready to step forward and reclaim them. Every warning others gave you now feels different, not cruel, not deceptive, but fearful because they sensed that this place carried a truth far greater than they could comprehend. They could not stand where you stand now. They could not carry what you were always meant to receive. And so they chose fear where you chose courage. And in that difference, your journey becomes clear. You were never meant to run from this place. You were destined to be the one who could finally face it. The ground hums softly beneath your feet as though the earth itself recognizes that the circle has finally closed. That the soul who was meant to complete this unfinished story has at last returned, you feel an incredible strength unfolding inside you. Not loud or aggressive, but deep, grounded, unbreakable, as if every hidden piece of your identity has just fallen into place. The silence no longer feels mysterious. It feels loyal, like a guardian that protected your truth until you were strong enough to claim it. And now, as you stand in the center of everything that once felt forbidden, you, clear's throat, understand that this place did not hold danger, it held your awakening. It guarded the part of your spirit that, once felt lost, the courage you thought you had forgotten, the clear's throat, clarity you searched for through every uncertain chapter of your life. And now in this moment it returns all of it to you. Whole, complete, undeniable. Your breath deepens and a calm certainty fills your heart. Not the kind that comes from answers spoken aloud, but the kind that comes from finally recognizing yourself without hesitation, without doubt, without fear. You realize that the true revelation was never hidden in the walls, the shadows, or the silence of this place. It was always within you, waiting for the moment you would dare to walk back to where your courage was born. This journey was not about confronting danger. It was about rediscovering your strength, your intuition, your unshakable connection to your own destiny. And as the energy around you softens into a peaceful stillness, you feel the weight of every unanswered question finally lift from your shoulders, replaced by a powerful inner knowing that no warning could ever erase. You were meant to come here. You were meant to hear your name. You were meant to choose this path. And as you stand in the heart of the place the world once feared, you no longer feel called by mystery. You feel called by purpose. The night does not feel heavy anymore. It feels vast and open, like a horizon, waiting for the next chapter of your life to unfold with renewed strength and clarity. You leave this place not as someone who ignored the warnings, but as someone who understood the deeper truth behind them, that sometimes the path others fear is the very path your destiny was built upon. And as you step forward carrying this revelation within you, you know that your journey from this moment onward will never again be guided by doubt or hesitation because, subscribe our channel for daily prayer prophetic.